starting my live stream. It needs to be shushed. Alright, let me just check, make sure we're good. I think we're good. Yes, we're good. Hey guys, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome back to another Tail Talk Tuesday. I'm excited, and I'm a little sad because it's the last one for 2018, and I'm just sitting on the edge of my couch. Let me get set up here. Okay, hang on. I can handle this. I'm a grown-up. Watch me go, you guys. It's awesome. Okay, good. Good. Okay, I'm set up. I'm good. I'm happy. And apparently, our garbage truck is here. Who's like the most excited for that? And I'm having like an allergic reaction to something on my hand. Anyways, if you're new, Tail Talk Tuesday is sort of my weekly live stream hang out session with you guys where we talk about all things mermaid related, you know, all the good quality mermaid content right here. And yeah, like I said, so today is going to be the last one because next Tuesday is Fishmas? Is that? I'm going to check my calendar. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Oh, look at all you guys. Hello, everybody. Sylvester, the Mermaid Seamstress, Flurry Frostwing, Como Mermaid, Stanny Chew! What? Yes! Ashley, Mina Zabia, hey guys! Seabiscuit, oh my gosh, Death Gun, hello, hello, Tawny, So Mermaid, yeah, not adult, I got nothing for you. Tony, hey guys! You finally made it to alive! Hello, fishes! So excited to wrap this year up. I know, I can't really believe that it's happening though. I feel like there's so much more like stuff that I have to do to prepare for 2019 because I'm giving like my videos a little bit of a facelift overhaul kind of a thing. So that's actually my goal for today is to finish my new intro, but goodness knows how well that's gonna go. And I also have an outline to break down today so I can continue to work on that incredible tale that I don't think I've shown you guys yet. My patrons have seen a look at it, but what are you guys doing out there? Serious? You had all morning to come and pick up the garbage. All morning. Really? No, I don't want to send an email. Why do you think I want to send an email? I had this window open on my second monitor because, yes, the last one. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it is the last one, so next week is Christmas. Or Fishmas. Fishmas. And, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed my other holiday merch still hasn't arrived because of the postal strike, so no Fishmas sweaters for anybody this year, which is too bad, because it's probably going to show up after Christmas, which is going to really, really tick me off, because those guys screwed up, and then Canada Post kind of did me over. But, like, other things I ordered have already shown up that went through Canada Post, so I'm starting to feel like, you know what, this particular company just doesn't want my business anymore. So you know what? We're done. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want Christmas to be over. Oh, how come? Oh no. A new year is coming upon us. Yes. Any update on the secret tale? Which secret tale? Was I working on a secret tale? Do you mean Mermaid Bios's new tale? Because that one has been revealed in a couple of videos. I think like 4 videos now. Yeah, I do. Oh, you mean the secret tale. The other secret tale. My secret tale. Yeah, that one's not done yet. I have to, I mean, it's done, but I have to get Eric to take my measurements. I need him to trace me out so that I can import my measurements, but I've got other mermaid tales I gotta work on first. Clients first, guys. Come on. Oh, man. The first tail talk, I don't have to leave for math class. Nice. No, the strike's over. The strike's over, but now this is the residual, right? Like, people aren't going to be getting their Christmas stuff, like, on time this year. Apparently some stuff won't arrive until March. Like, and that wasn't even a joke. Like, they were serious when they said that, and I was like, this is just not cool, you know? I was hoping that was going to be a little thing that I could do on my website, and as a result, like, that company kind of ticked me off for the last time. Like, I was really happy with them for a long time. Then they screwed up a couple of times, and were kind of nonchalant about it. And I was like, you know what? This is not a company I want to do business with. I'm pretty sure, you know? Like, some of their stuff's been really good quality, and they've been really happy with it, especially, like, the hoodies and stuff, but, and, like, these shirts were really nice, but, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? The company that makes my leggings is incredible. Like, that company has got it figured out. Like, those guys know what they're doing, and I feel like when I'm wearing their gear, I feel like, yes, so mermaid, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so funny because we had the meetup on Sunday. There was a BC Mermaids of BC pod meetup. Why do I always want to say BC Mermaid? It's Mermaids of BC. Anyway, meetup, and I was wearing a top that I had made, which was fine, like, because I was wearing my splash tail, so I haven't made yet a top through that other company. So, because, you know, my regular green top, my green and yellow top, that's like my favorite swimming. Those crop tops are like the best swim tops ever. I feel so mermaid. I just feel so good in them. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? And then I'm wearing my top, and I had a couple of near serious, like, boob related incidences. And I was like, man, all I want is my crop top. How awkward would it be if I wore my green crop top with my orange tail? Is that, like, weird? I don't even know. But boy, that's like going to be one of the first things I do for 2019. I need matching leggings for that tail, splash leggings, because that's got to happen. And I really need a matching crop top, because, dude, like, I mean, I love my seashells, I really do, but, like, I also want to be able to swim without the girls kind of, you know, doing what they're doing. It's just too much. It's just too much. Oh, man. On the sweaters. Yeah, I was really sad because I worked really hard on that, and I was really disappointed, and I don't like to put things in my store that I haven't seen, like, the quality of the apparel first, to be like, yes, I would wear this, and I'm happy with this. You know, I don't want to, like, be like, hey, buy my stuff if it's garbage. Like, no. You guys mean more to me than that, okay? Seriously. And so I got it, and there was just a couple of things that I was like, like, is this normal? They're like, oh no, that's, you know, we'll replace it, and that was not, you know, it was a misprint, like, this kind of thing. I'm like, okay, good. And I'm still waiting, and I was like, all right, well, this is kind of, you know, like, important, you know, 3 weeks ago, but that's fine. I'm not, like, I don't want to get all over it, but it's just kind of a poopy, dipey situation. Maybe I'll find a different company to do it with, like, the sweaters with, like, next year. And hey, I'll already have the design made, and it's a cute design, so there you go. Tony says, my Tuesday yoga class got canceled, so I can watch Tail Talk Tuesday! Live for a change, sweet. Do you ever plan on trying out a Finfolk fabric tail? I have one, but I really want to know either you or Faith's thoughts on it. You two are my inspiration, and I just want to know. Based on what I've heard from mermaids in our pod and other mermaids around the interwebs who've tried them, I don't think I would ever want one. Because, you know, when I make my own tails, right? So I have not yet ever been swimming in another, like, company's product, and I have never been, like, you guys know, I am not an I love big flukes and I cannot lie type mermaid. I'm very much a practicality, drainage, functionality, comfort. Like, these are things that I hold dear. You know, I don't really, looks are important to me, obviously. And when I'm creating a tail for a client and they want it to look a certain way, or they want to get that, you know, the So Mermaid vibes going, I am there. And so, you know, the visual aspect of it's really important, but the functional aspect of it for me is important. Not only for, like, you know, the functionality and, like, the comfort and stuff like that, but just for safety as well. You know, you don't want to be bogged down by something that it just fills with air or fills with water that, you know, maybe doesn't fit to your exact measurements, so maybe it's too loose or it's too tight or whatnot. I'm not dissing their product at all. I know a lot of mermaids who are very happy with Finfolk, and that's power to them. You know, they're doing what they're doing, so right on. But just for me, I don't think I would have any interest. You know, I've seen them up close. They're pretty, you know, but that fluke, they're just too, in my opinion, they're just too big. I just feel for a fabric tail, that is not a smart functional design. You want a huge fluke, you go silicone, okay? You do that, because at least then you're dealing with the weight of the silicone and the different kind of drag. You're not pulling half the pool with you, hopefully, if you're getting your tail from a quality tail maker, you know, who thinks about things like drainage. Yeah, I don't know, like, I feel awkward doing a video on it or talking about it just because I am a tail maker, so anything I say, you know, I would never steer you guys wrong, but you're only going to have my side of the conversation because I make my own tails, right? So that's just, like, I don't know. Ashley says, my goal for 2019 is getting lots of money and getting a tail! Yes! Do the thing! Midterms are done, so I can watch live for the first time. Sweet! Sorry, I'm late. Had to check my dog's teeth. Uh-oh. Oh, no! She's okay. Oh, man, yeah. Alfie, he tripped down a set of stairs, and his face hit the step, and I didn't notice until later that afternoon that he'd actually chipped one of his fangs. It's, like, ever just, like, the tiniest little bit. Like, he's been checked over, like, he's fine, but, and this was a while ago, but just, like, so now his fang comes down, and it has, like, this little groove, and it's just the saddest thing. The strike was the Canada Post strike. Oh, I am so far behind. I'm gonna try and catch up a little bit. I need to measure myself and get it over to you. Yes! I am so excited to start your tail. Ooh, when are we gonna do it? It's gonna be good. You don't like dealing with winter snow, and I hate it. We haven't had snow yet. We were supposed to get a lot of snow, and we got nothing but rain. Enough that, like, people's basements were flooding, and fields were flooding, and streets were flooding, and Joseph says that was a total tongue twister there. Hi, Courtney, finally made it. Hello, hello. Any plans for Christmas? Just the usual stuff, you know, like the hanging with family, you know, that kind of thing. My family's Austrian, so we actually celebrate and do, like, our kind of gathering on the 24th. And so that's kind of tradition for us. So that'll be nice. That'll be good times. Oh. Hey, hi, hello. Aw, Mermaid Lolly's in the house! I wish we lived in the same country. One, to be your best friend, but also to do a podcast with you or something. That'd be so much fun. Yes! That would be amazing. Plus, I think our dogs would be really cute together. Guys, if you haven't seen Mermaid Lolly's pug, Zelda, you're missing out, okay? You are seriously missing out. I'll just be scrolling through my thing, and occasionally just this beautiful pair of big eyes and his little pug face just comes up my feed, and I'm like, yes, heart. Okay. Oh, Joseph! Okay, you're the one who sent me that tail. Okay, sweet. I wasn't sure if they were the same. Yes, excellent. Yeah, I really liked what you did. It turned out really beautiful. Really beautiful. Do you have an Instagram or anything? You should share it. I think people would think it's pretty sweet. Tanichiro, yeah, I'm a sucker for big flukes. I'm going to struggle when I get my first tail. Well, it's just a personal decision, right? Like, you either want to have, like, that swimming experience where you're maybe a little more efficient in the water, it's not as difficult, or you want to look a certain way. So I feel like, you know, maybe you can have both, but for somebody like me with you know, chronic pain and physical, like, actual limitations where I just cannot actually move certain ways, I don't feel like it's something that I could ever attempt, you know. It's okay. Oops. Oh my god, who is this? You... Hang on, guys. Sorry. Just give me 1 second, I don't have a mod today. So we're just gonna... Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. The Finfolk tail almost drowned me, and they have made improvements, but I would never go back ever. You know what? Like, I hear, honestly, it's so hard, right? Because when a company is so large and they have such a following, and it can be intimidating as well, right? And when you have an opinion, I feel like everybody should be allowed to have their opinion. I'm opening up a can of worms here, by the way. This could just end my entire existence on YouTube, I'm sure. But everybody should be allowed to have their opinion regardless. And of my tales too, right? So, and we're all looking to improve. We're all looking, hopefully, we're all looking to deliver the most authentic, most awesome, so mermaid experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's always like been my goal with it, is I don't, you know, mermaid tales are not what bring home the bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, people seem to think with what I charge that I must be just, you know, but I'm not. You know, this is definitely a labor of love. I do not make a lot of money off of these tales. I do it because I love it, and because when I see people swim in these tails, you know, for the first time, or I see somebody that was like, you know, maybe a silicone tail was out of reach for them, but they still wanted that experience. Is there a Toblerone chocolate bar sitting behind that? How long has that been there? Eric? Oh my goodness. Well, we know what I'm eating after this live stream. That's terrible. I really wish I hadn't seen that. Anyways. Sorry. This is what you get when you hang out with me, guys. Like, I'm like this in person. I'll just be talking, and then all of a sudden, oh, look, you know, a pig just flew past the window. Anyways, but that's always been the kind of the aim and the goal. You know, I do it out of the love for it. So. Who slams their door that loud? Like, you're gonna hurt your car, okay? Seriously. That's why I love your reviews. Yes. Okay, I'm not sure what we're saying here. I'm evil. I put my Luna in a fin-fun tail. Oh, nice. They've added drainage. Actually, I was going to add my own drainage. I'll be interested to see what they do with drainage. Drainage is not something that works necessarily the same way with fabric tails as it does with silicone tails. You know, the more little bits and little pockets and things you have, you need to consider that water will collect. It's like if you've ever seen that ad on Instagram, I'm sure people have seen it. It's that puzzle ad where it's like, who's gonna catch the most, I think, water or wine or whatever. And then they have like the different straws, and like one person has like 3 straws coming down to one person has one of those straws that goes down into theirs. It's like you have to kind of know where the water is going to escape and where the water is going to go, which is why I leave such a large amount of space open at the base of my tails. It doesn't affect the look of the tail, but it, you know, it does create a better performance. What are you doing out there every single time I live stream? For true? For true? You know what I really want? I really want one of those, like, sound booths, guys. Like, I want to, like, transform my living room into, like, a soundproof box. Be solid. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're having some Toblerone. Sweet. Oh, you started your first channel. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Ooh, I just cracked my back and it felt really good. Oh, there's your tail. Is that that's the one? Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna be your first subscriber. There we go. Oh, how come it didn't show me? It hasn't added me to your list. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh. Is the sole reason I like going to airports? Yes, I know, right? It's terrible. Couch candy? No, it's sitting on, like, I wrapped all my presents, like, last week. I actually did it over our Discord chat with the Patreon pod. I was hanging out and they were laughing at me because I kept losing things or finding, like, extra presents I had to wrap. It was ridiculous. It was so funny. But I get Toblerone for stocking stuffers, and I guess I gave one to Eric yesterday? Or the day before? No, on Sunday night when we were building Lego, because, yes, the Lego mermaid. Oh, yeah. No, that's a thing. I'm on Instagram, the Lego mermaid. I need one fewer Like, one less Instagram account, seriously. But yeah, Toblerone, the little mini ones, and I use them as stocking stuffers. They're so good. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna find a safe tail. I will never, never trust a big company. Intense face! That's so cute. I don't think it's necessarily about that. What I think is that, like, and I'm, again, please, okay, I am not putting anybody down for this, okay? I just feel like before you dive headfirst into something totally different than what you know and are an expert at, because they make some incredible silicone tails, those guys. Like, oh my goodness. Right? So beautiful. Okay? But before you dive headlong into fabric tails, there are differences. It's not the same car, you know what I'm saying? We're not dealing with the same engine, you know? It's two totally different animals. I mean, the principles are still the same. You're still trying to make somebody look a certain way, or feel a certain way, or help somebody live their most mermaid life. You know, we're still, like, the end goal is the same, but how you get there is a little bit different. So I just, you know, and I'm not saying I'm some kind of expert, but I have been making tails since about 2006, you know, and I have tried a variety, and I've been super honest. I've shown what works and what doesn't work. And if you need a laugh after this live stream, be sure to swim on over to my tail fail video. I don't actually know which playlist that's in, but it's in, I'm sure you can search for it. Courtney Mermaid tail fail, and then you'll have a good chuckle at the epic fail that was that mermaid tail. It was so sad. I was so I was so bummed. But like, that tail like paved the way. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now I know that doesn't work, but this does. So that's the reason I do things a certain way. So people are like, oh, well, can you do it this way for me? And I'm like, well, no, kindly, no, you know, that's not going to work. And here's why, you know, because I also swim exclusively in my product. So if, you know, and we all know how crazy I am, right? We all know that I want it to look good. I want it to feel good. Reverse the order. I want it to feel good. I want it to look good. I want it to be practical. So when I go to the pool, I don't have to lug a suitcase and like 5 bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have certain goals. They may not be your goals, and that's totally cool. That's the best part about being a mermaid, is there's no one way to do it, you know? It's so intense, guys. So intense. Oh yeah, I was soul crushed. I was soul crushed that the mug got smushed. Kind for me work-wise. Oh, I'm giving you the biggest hug, like, ever, and I cannot wait. So I'm gonna be breaking down your measurements today. I'm so pumped, dude. I'm like, I can't wait. You guys don't understand. When you see the tail that I am making, it's gonna be probably, like, I wish it was mine. I really do, because I love this character so much. She's like, I'm good, fine. Just a little too excited, I'm fine. But I think what I want to do, though, is I think I might actually want to turn the remainder of it into a little potter, for like a little plant. So I'm gonna try and glue part of it back together, and I might, like, because it broke in one piece, so that big piece can go back in. It was just the side that I can't glue back together. But I thought it might make a cute little planter, maybe. So I'm like, I might try and keep it and make it work, you know, for like a little plant or a little sprout or something. You like jazz? I do like jazz. I'm not like a huge, you know, I don't go seek it out, but if I'm at, you know, I'm like chilling and I'm listening to something, then I'm like, yes. Vicky says, but I really think about getting my second or third tail from you. Ooh, thank you. So sweet. Their own separate conversation together. Yeah, I think that, I wasn't sure if that was spam or what that was. I try, like, I like it when the stream is like a nice little cohesive community where you guys can chat, but you also aren't making each other crazy. You know? I don't know. Anyways, bare feet over fins for me. Yes. See, there's so many different kinds of mermaids out there. And silicone tails work differently than fabric. And it's so true. You know, because you're making them too, right? It's not the same animal. You know what I mean? Like, silicone doesn't suck in water. Fabric does. Like, you have to take into consideration, a silicone tail is neutrally buoyant. A fabric tail is not neutrally buoyant, okay? It is very much not. It is a different experience. So when you go and you add like 6 layers of fabric, and then, you know, this is all hypothetical, of course, and you add all kinds of extra fins, and you add all kinds of extra vinyl and extra plastic and extra stuff, like, you are going to feel it in the water. You will. You're going to put it on and you're going to be like, okay then. You know, you might be like me and just get used to it. You know, Goldfish has vinyl fringe for an added base, as well as do I have pectoral fins on Goldfish? Pop quiz. Does Goldfish have... I think Goldfish has pectoral fins. And I got a dorsal fin. But when I swim in that tail versus swimming in and that's a different monofin too, right? In my tail, in say like Chester, with the Luna, I feel like I'm a fish. Like in Chester, it is just part of my body. I wear that tail and I'm not thinking about what kind of crazy pain I'm in. I'm not thinking, I mean, some days it happens because, let's face it, my leg issues are not exclusive to just, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm not thinking about these things. What I'm thinking about is how fluid I am and how comfortable I am and how able I am to keep up with my mermaid friends who can do these things that I feel sometimes like I can't do, you know? And it's like, you want to get emotional about it, but it's hard, you know? Not everybody is the back-bending, flipping, you know, super flexible mermaid out there. Some of us are just your average, you know, mer who just wants to go and swim and feel like a mermaid while looking like a mermaid. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm coming from? I am going to try to get through as many comments as possible. I know I'm a bit behind in the chat. I am sorry. I'll get goggles with my prescription. Sweet! Yeah, goggles, like, I really wish there wasn't, like, such a stigma over that, because goggles are such, like, I'm not wearing mascara for, like, the 3rd or 4th video, because like, my eyes have been hurting me so bad from all of the swimming. Like, I swim so much, and I almost never use goggles, because I'm forever filming for something, and my eyes are like, hey, man, how's that going, you know? Not cool. It's a minivan and a sports car! That is hard to believe. No, I love your tutorials, and they made a beautiful result. That's awesome. I'm so glad you found my tutorials helpful. Okay, am I almost caught up? Oh, I am almost caught up. Have you already thought about little 3D ankle or belly fins not printed in the design, but like I said, I don't add the additional fins currently unless I find a way to make it functional, because we know I'm all about function over looking pretty. Then I might do it. The thing you have to also take into consideration, they don't get glued on, like they don't get silicone like adhered to the tail the same way. It's not the same as adding multiple fins onto a silicone tail. You have to actually, like, in advance, calculate how much seam allowance you are going to need to add in, because you have to cut the fabric open. And if you look, I actually had the opportunity of seeing one of the I think it was one of the Atlantis tails up close with a dorsal fin, and what Fin Fun actually did, and I mean, bless them for this, right? But they cut the whole tail all the way down to the fluke, which gives you a seam all the way from the top all the way down. Because who really wants to sit there and calculate, okay, because you have to calculate the stretch of the fabric. So my fabric stretches 3 inches lengthwise, because hey, logic just took a real hit with that roll of fabric. Anyways, so I have to calculate it, and I gotta subtract the 3 inches, then I have to measure the total distance of what I want the dorsal fin to be. I'm like, okay, great. I have to factor in if I make a mistake when I'm cutting it, or if it needs to be, like, how am I gonna get it to stand up, if it needs to be a really tight edge. Then the actual trick to sewing it in without actually cutting a seam all the way down the back of your tail is a nightmare. Like, it's an actual nightmare. Like, the stress that's the other reason I don't do it. The stress I used to feel adding in those vinyl fringes, because the vinyl also doesn't have any stretch, and your fabric has stretch. So it's a whole other world. And I would be feeling this, and I'd be like, this is just too much, because once you cut into that fabric, you're done. You're cut into it, you can't glue it back together, there's nothing you can do, you'd have to remake the whole dang tail. I'm not saying it's not possible. Anything is possible. I think I think most of us have proved this a couple of times over. Heck, we're all swimming in mermaid tails, for crying out loud, right? So anything is possible. But for what I would need to charge to make it fair for me, for the amount of stress, the extra fabric, the extra printing, the extra time, I just honestly couldn't see anybody really being interested. I mean, if somebody wants to be on guinea pig, maybe we can talk. You know, I've thought about making a tail for myself and doing extra fins just to, you know, time it properly and see how it would go. But again, drag. I don't want to feel like I'm carrying half the pool in my pectoral fins, you know what I'm saying? It's just a thing. What was my job before being a full-time tail maker? Is cartoons. Yes, I just lost your comment. It jumped. Cartoons you made. So I worked in the animation industry, and I worked on a lot of different things, TV shows, movies. I worked in mobile games for a while. I did some development for a couple of different companies. A little of this, a little of that. I don't know if anybody's interested. Maybe I'll make a video one day talking about it, but, you know, I still do a little freelance here and there on the side. We appreciate it. Can't wait to see your secret tale, and you are the only person I look forward to seeing every Tuesday. Aww. I give you life. You guys give me life. Do you understand? Like, Tuesday for me, like, this is a ritual now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so glad I found a time of day that seems to work for most people. You know, I wish it could work for everybody. I'm doing my best. But it's just such, like, a ritual. Like, I get up, I deal with my bird, I get the dog ready to go, I do little dishes, little chores, I have my breakfast, shower, sit down, and then I get an hour of, like, my best fishy friends just chilling, talking mermaids. Like, whose Tuesday gets better than that? Like, honestly, this is, like, the highlight of my week here, seriously. Will you make a snake tail like an eel? I don't know how well that would work. Humans are much more, like, we naturally can follow a more of like a mammal, like a dolphin, type move than we can anything that moves the other way. So, you know, it might be a fun thing to design. I don't think it's something I'd ever practically, like, make, and try to swim in, because I can't move like that. Goldfish has fins. Thank you. I watched your video yesterday. Thank you. Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm with you, Courtney. I'm a performer. I'm not a performer or model, but I love the feeling of being a mermaid. Yes. My family is here. Hello, family. Math is happening now. Courtney's doing math. Yes, Courtney does math. It's hard to print on both sides, too. Yeah, companies don't print on, like, I've yet to find a company that'll print on both sides. The company I use doesn't. It's because it's a heat, like, sublimation printing. The way that it's done is it's, like, I think it's, like, super heated when it's printed onto the fabric. Somehow I feel like that's how they explained it to me. I can't even. So they can't do both sides for fear of damaging the other print. So I could glue them together, which is actually what I did on my Madison splash tail to make my extra little fringe bits. But that, I don't know that I would want to do that for somebody, because, like, I wear my tails functionally. Like, I swim in Chester, like, twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week if I'm lucky. And I wouldn't want to make something that wasn't going to hold up to the sort of test of time, as it were, because I beat the living snot out of poor Chester. Like, I swim in that thing, and I'm brutal, because, like, I made Chester so that I could have a tail that was just, like, whatever. I'm swimming, I'm hanging, I'm having fun. You know, Helen is like my professional grade version of Chester, which I only wear if I'm doing, like, a photo shoot or a paid gig or anything like that. Then I'll bust out Helen, because then she's not gonna sustain as much damage. But Chester still looks really good. It's been a year. We actually just had Chester's 1-year anniversary. So excited. Oh, it's like my baby's growing up. Okay, I'm just, like, totally lost in the comments. Oh my goodness. Where did it go? I only have a tiny bit of hemming to do on my tail before I can tear out the paints. Yes. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying my tutorials. I was thinking of revamping them. Would you guys be interested if I picked, if I just was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna make a new painted tail. Like, I don't personally want to add one more to my collection. I almost feel like if I made one, maybe I could sell it or auction it off. If, you know, I mean, then it would be made to my measurements, right? But like, I don't know. If somebody wanted to buy a fabric tail and then like we would work it out and then I would use it for like a bunch of tutorial videos or something, maybe. But I've been thinking about doing, because those tutorial videos I did before, you know, my camera setup, my inability to edit, like doing this and then continuing to talk between every edit, like Courtney, so cringeworthy. Why? I don't know what I was thinking, but why? Yes, we do need to come up with cool mermaid goggles. Agreed. Alright, I am just gonna try and catch up to my chat just to— oh, is Eric in the house? Oh, Eric, Tail Talk Tuesday! I'm down to be a guinea pig. To figure out how to make fabric fins comparable to silicone. I did one. I don't have it anymore because I got frustrated and tossed it. But I did have one, and I do think I know how I could do it to make it work. It's just that a silicone fin isn't going to absorb water, where a fabric fin is going to absorb water. So that's where I leave you. I don't know. We gotta start the Google Mermaid Swim Meetup. What's going on with that? Are you looking for people to meet up with, or? New Year's Day edition of Tail Talk. No, I'm not gonna be doing that either. So we're not gonna have Tail Talk again until, I mean, like, I just don't know who'd really want to come for a New Year's. I mean, New Year's Day Tail Talk could be cool. Okay, you guys are seeing this, let me know in the chat. If you are seeing this in the future, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want a Tail Talk Tuesday on New Year's Day? Or should we just wait until the following week? I feel like that's a long time to go without a Tail Talk Tuesday. I don't know. We shall see. What kind of sewing machine do you use? I would have to look. It's a Singer, but it's a Singer Fashion Mate. It's a very inexpensive wee little machine that I got years and years and years ago because at the time it was all that I could afford. I would like to upgrade at some point, but until I really know what new features I would want, then I just kind of stick with what works. Another thing about fabric tails are you are so reliant on the shape of the monofin for your design. I want to stress, like, so hard, guys, that let's see where my arm is. Okay, let's look at this. So there is a skeleton in here, okay? There is also muscle, not a lot of muscle, okay? A little bit of muscle. Fat, there's all kinds of other things that make it up, and then there's the covering. This stuff, right? This is like your tail skin, okay? Your monofin is like the bone in your tail that makes it all, it's your engine, okay? It's the motor. It's what makes it all go. So how is your engine gonna feel when you add like a bunch of extra crap to it that doesn't need to be there? Like, what would my arm look like? Like, this is nature decided that this is the most functional thing, okay? So what's gonna happen? Your tail is not gonna flow nicely in the water, okay? You're gonna have it doing like weird extra things around the monofin because the monofin is your structure, okay? And yes, you can add in vinyl inserts until you're blue in the face, but it's still the base. Your power is coming from that, not from your vinyl fringe, not from your vinyl excess. The power comes from your monofin. So people want that big fluke, and I feel you. I do. But functionality is so important. You don't want to find yourself lugging a tail you had no idea was going to be as heavy as it is, and you're swimming and you're like, why is this dragging me down? And it bums you out a bit then. And you're like, well, I don't feel so mermaid. You know, I don't feel like the most mermaid I could be. you know? And that's where I come from, because I've tried it. I've added all kinds of extra doodads, all kinds of extra stuff. I've got big flukes, little flukes. I've tried it. There's tails that I haven't shown that were, that have been, you know, you know? But I have experimented, I've done things, and I have not found it successful. And it might look pretty in photos, and if that's your goal, it's really important to be clear with yourself on that. That's your goal, then that's your goal. If you've got it for photos, you've got it for photos, perfect. But if you're somebody who goes to the pool just to have a mermaid experience, you're going to want to be very careful about how you achieve that mermaid experience, so you don't end up bumming yourself out because you look at other mermaids and say, oh, well, why can't I do that? You know, you can get into a really dark little pit of despair, as I have previously, you know? It's just a thing. You can wear contacts or goggles, but use one-time contacts. Yeah, exactly. You don't want the bacteria. Ooh. Ashley, yes, you better get back to work. Yeah, Creature Fins does beautiful. Oh, you mean that kind of an eel, sort of that long shape like their kaiju mermaid tails? It's really funny. I had to design a kaiju boss once for a mobile game, and when I see her tail, and I'm like, yes, this is so good. Because I think we were referencing like the same thing. Like, I don't even know, like what, like how many years apart? Like 5 years apart? So funny. So funny. But I wanted to look up that tail that you're talking about. What in the hell? Oh, that dark place in Instagram where you're like, how did I end up here? What the shell? Loss of sight. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like, I just suffer. Like, I can see well enough. Like, I can see that there's a shape here, and I can, if I get like, okay, now I can read it, but, you know, I see well enough. And underwater, honestly, my vision underwater is about as clear as my vision is without glasses on land. It's just a little bit, like, more shading or something. Like, I can't really describe it, but, so I just kind of acclimatize, and I'm just used to not being able to see underwater. So when I'm, like, in mermaid mode, when I'm, like, full mermaid and I'm at the pool and I'm doing the thing, I forget that I can't see. And I also have Mermaid Biosa, who has near perfect, if not more than perfect vision, so I just rely on her. Hey, Biosa, is that person looking at us funny? Do a video on your old tails and tails that you use and never show. I should do that. I'm just going to show this tail really quick. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I think this is one of the tails you're referring to, right? These are really fun. These are really funky. Like, I can dig it. You know what I mean? This would not be an ideal tail to design using fabric, and I can tell you that for sure. Okay? You could give it a go. Like, oh man, this artist, Creature Fins. Yeah, your stuff's really good. Can we just, the aesthetic on this one is such a, I want it, okay? And it's not often that I look at a silico tail and I'm like, yeah, but that one, fine. Totally fine. Calm. Yes, Tail Talk Tuesday on New Year's. Excellent. I'm so happy that I can watch live because I have school, but I'm off today. Sweet. But yeah, maybe I'll do an updated video. Honestly, most of my old tails are not actually in this apartment anymore. They're in storage because I have so many. I've made so many that it's like at this point, you know. Alola! You have not missed much. We are just chilling. I think I need a quick water break here. I love that you speak out about the differences and how some of us just love to swim. Well, I feel like that's honestly a really misunderstood group of the mermaid community. Give me 1 second. This is the only thing that actually gets me to drink water, you guys. It's ridiculous. But I feel like we're a group of mermaids, and I say we again because I value my experience above what I look like. And I feel like there are a group of mermaids out there who want to have a feeling more than a look. So these are the mermaids who are comfortable with themselves enough to wear their goggles and their nose clips and their earplugs, who are happy just to swim in the Monofin, are happy to swim with leggings and a Monofin, are happy to swim in a full mermaid tail. They just want to have the physical experience. That's sort of, well, it's not even just a physical, because it's a real, like, transcendent kind of a situation. Like, I get into, like, a zone, you know, I'll be underwater and I'll just be like, I'll just stay breathing. I don't need to breathe. Like, I'm cool. I'm just going to stay under here, you know? But I feel like these are the mermaids who are a little bit misunderstood, because when we're like, oh, well, this Monofin, or, oh, well, this kind of a mermaid tail, and people are like, no, every mermaid should have a silicone mermaid tail. Excuse me, and every mermaid should be this way, or every mermaid should want one of these tails, or be this way, or, you know, be like everybody else, and I don't feel like that's, I feel like, I don't know, I just want to give everybody a hug and tell them that it's okay to do you, and if you want that specific tail, you do you get that specific tail, and it can be one of the big companies, you know, it can be one of the there's a word I'm looking for here. It can be from a startup, it can be from one you make yourself. You know what? Like, I posted on Twitter, I said, the mermaid tail does not make the mermaid makes the mermaid. So whether you choose to swim in just a Monofin, just flippers, no Monofin, no flippers, just yourself in the water, spending time and feeling that mermaid feeling, then that's the thing for you, right? Like, that's what matters. So, but I do feel like I don't want to, like, pocket anybody, but there is a large group of mermaids who do this solely for the aesthetic. Solely? I'm not sure what I said, but I meant to say solely, so there you go. For the aesthetic side of it, where they want to look a certain way, they want to be perceived a certain way, they want people to see them being a mermaid, and that's where the mermaid, like, journey kind of ends for them. That's what they want. So I do it because I really love to swim as a mermaid. I really love to be in the water and swim and flow and do. I love the rest of mermaiding, don't get me wrong. Like, I love rocking the fish mist shirts and the leggings and doing the whole nine. The makeup, you know, you can't even see it, but I am rocking some mermaid scales today. But yeah, so I feel like it's almost two different, there's many different kinds of mermaids, right? But I do feel like there's the two different camps that kind of butt heads. Bestie creature feds, yes, right? Yeah, they're really cool. Creature fins, tails like... Oh yes, hang on. Give me 1 second. My 1 second, my dudes. Oh, that's not how you spell her name. Oh, is this how? I didn't... Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't find her account. Okay. I will find it later. I will find it later. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong? Am I spelling it wrong? Oh. Guys, I'm failing at life right now. Okay. You know what? We're gonna look it up later. It's fine. Here we go. Here we go. Back to the thing. I definitely consider myself a mermaid and I don't even have a tail. Absolutely! I swim with a scuba mask because it's the most comfortable. Exactly. See? This is what I'm talking about here. Swim with goggles, earplugs, and a nose plug because I just want to enjoy being in the water. See? Yes. Right? Right. And it's not to say that if you want to just look good as a mermaid that that's wrong in any sense of the word, but the kind of group that I feel like I gravitate to, or I focus my kind of pathways on is, can you tell I need to eat something? I'm getting a little bit woo. Is the group who does this more for the actual activity of mermaiding, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Fabric and silicone. Yeah, totally. I love letting someone try out my Luna Monofin. Yes, totally. And see, I kind of feel like that's the best of both worlds. When you can rock that silicone Monofin and your fabric tail skin, I feel like you have got it figured out. You have that natural, flowing, cool look, and you're still in a comfortable, light tail, right? You know, I feel like that's the best of both worlds. Ooh, before I forget, what do you think of Ariel in Ralph Breaks the Internet? I haven't actually seen it yet, don't judge. I have not seen it yet. We had planned on going to see it, and then we got to the mall, and we were like, I don't know if I really feel like sitting in a theater for 2 hours. Can we just go for a walk instead? And, you know, because I sit in front of a screen all day. Like, I am in front of screens and monitors and things, like, all the live long day. And I was like, I just don't feel like doing it. Did you ever finish those hand-painted tails that I showed? No, I have not. I've thought about finishing them, but honestly, the joy isn't really in the painted tails for me anymore. I don't, like, long to make a new painted tail, and all the hard work with them is done, to be honest. Like, they just literally need to be painted now. That's it. There isn't, I mean, the purple one has some flaws, which is why I didn't really want to finish it, because I was like, ugh, look, I've learned new things since I did this. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? You know, but I don't know. I don't know. You just gave me kind of a good idea, though, for something. I've got this. Nevada, the personality trace for all mermaids. Yes, exactly. I get sinus and ear infections easily in the water. Yes, right? You gotta be careful, and you gotta do what's right for you. You know, your mermaid experience is your mermaid experience. Everybody else can take their opinions and swim with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, just... Okay? Like, it's the only thing that really matters, you know, and it's, you know, I always sound selfish when I say this, but it's got to be your mermaid experience and what makes you happy. You know, maybe if you're trying to do this as a business, or maybe if you're trying to do this a different way, or you're trying to do this with a company or whatever, maybe the goals will be different then. But if you're doing this, you know, as a hobbyist, or you're doing this as a little bit above hobbyist level, and you want to have that solid experience, do you know what I'm saying? And I always come back there. Yeah, Eric, what happened to that? Aquaman, we gotta go. We gotta do the thing. Oh, Mermaid Kim is in the house. Hey, hey. Spider-Verse, I know. I saw the trailer for it. I really want to see it. It's on my to-do list, you guys. It really is. Otherwise, it's good for fins, but not for a fluke without a monofin. What was that for? I missed something. Oh, I think you guys are talking about fins. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, snap, Spidey too, yes. I have a Mertail or Guppy tail, but the monofin hurts my ankles. The Guppy tail's made with which one? That's made with the Linden fin, right? I think so. But not to swim with, yeah. The 21st. I love swimming in my tail goggles, but I absolutely love when kids thinks I'm a real mermaid. Well, you guys, like, it's in that Hope vlog when I went to Hope, and they invited me up there, and I had a booth and everything, and I don't honestly ever have a hard time, like, interacting with children on a level where they can believe that I'm a real mermaid. Because, you know, I believe that okay, please, I know that I'm a human, okay, I got it. I'm not crazy here, but I believe I'm a mermaid. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I believe it, they believe it. Because if I believe it, and they're like, well, you know, I saw you with legs before, or I saw you with this before. It also helps to work on your kind of backstory. I like to come from a very logical, you know, like, what would I want to hear if I was a kid? And I don't like to lie to children either, right? I don't like to be like, yes, I'm a real mermaid and I breathe underwater and ham and ham. You know, I don't think that they, like, because I know that that's not true, they're gonna know that that's not true, do you know what I'm saying? So I like to come up with my backstory in terms of like why I no longer have a tail. I was a mermaid, I no longer have a tail. I'm just like you, but I have to make my own tail, and I have a whole, it's actually quite a complicated spiel. But I let little kids touch my tail and the thing, and I explain to them how it works and what the scoop is and the whole thing. And I've even shown children, so after that meetup, we still took out my Monofin and we took out some leggings, and kids were like, oh. And then I was like, yeah, this is how, you know, when you know that you're this and you want to be what you want to be, you find a way to do it. You know what I mean? So I came at it from like a different twist, because I have heard just as many children complain, or not complain, but be like, oh, you're not a real mermaid. You're made of rubber. You know, you're never going to escape it. Children are not stupid. You know what I'm saying? They can tell, they can feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Getting my groove on here. We're dancing. We're doing it. We're going. But you know what I'm saying, though? So I just feel like that's, if you believe it, they believe it. The Linden, yes, the Linden and the Luna. Okay, yeah, Luna fits. The best and looks the best to me. I love the Luna. Like, it's just such a good Monofin, you guys. Like, if we could just have a moment to appreciate. Did I actually just get the Luna this year? Did that happen this year, or was that last year? Who remembers? When did I get my Luna? I can't actually remember now. I feel like I want to go look through some old videos. And I don't feel any differently. Like, I've tried a bunch of other Monofins since getting the Luna, and my Luna is still my favorite Monofin. I feel like such a freaking mermaid. So mermaid! Sorry, that totally just made the mic jump. But still, so freaking mermaid, you guys. I think YouTube's gonna take a second to load. We'll be Fluttershy. Okay, that was terrible. I can usually do it really well. I think it was because I just made my voice go Fluttershy. Is that better? Fluttershy. It's terrible. I'm not very good at doing it anymore. Super duper fast. No, I used to be kind of good at doing some of the ponies. I can't do Rarity. But I do say, there's a quote that she has, I simply cannot even. And she says it all the time. Not all the time, but she said it, I say it all the time. She said it in the movie, and then I just simply cannot even. What was I looking for? I was looking for when I got the Luna. I can't remember when I got the Luna. I think it was this year, yeah. You saw me. Mr. Fishy, Fishy, Mr. Fishy. Ah! A Rarity Mer ponytail? Sweet. But I think, so hold on. I'll make the top. Sweet. I've got something in my eye. I gotta go take an exam now. Good luck! You got this! I believe. Do all the things. Ah, why is my eye, like, totally messed up right now, you guys? Not cool. But yeah, I can't actually remember, like, I think it would have been, because Chester was the second tail that I made for my Luna. And that blue tail, the unnamed, slightly funny, shaped mermaid tail, that one was the first one I did, just as a dummy. I was just curious how it was going to work. You know, I was thinking, what was the next generation? So I think I actually did it last year, because there's a photo shoot that I did last year, in that Monofin. I'm just going to scroll back, see where it is. After trying it Sunday, I can't wait to get mine next month. It's such a good Monofin, you guys. It's just such a happy place. Okay, my favorite Monofin was 8 months ago. Detailed look at 2 tails. That was 9 months ago. 20 facts about me. Custom mermaid tail was over a year ago, so I've had it for over a year. Which mermaid tail is that one? That was a year ago. Mermaid at the pool. Okay, so that was the first. No, that was not the first. BC Mermaid Meetup. Okay, I got the Mahina. Is that all of it? This is not all my videos. Okay, it was definitely over a year ago, though. I don't know why it's not wanting to load the rest of my content. YouTube, what's going on? 3 finals. Oh, man. Whew. Tried the apple cider vinegar rinse last night after my pod swim. How did it go? I just did mine. I did mine yesterday, actually, so my hair is, like, still wet from this morning's shower. But, yeah, I didn't wash my hair after a swim, you guys. It's, like, the first time I've done that in a really long time. And I came home, and I just forgot. I put it up in a bun, and I just, like, I didn't even rinse my hair. Like, I literally, from the pool, because I forgot my towel, so from the pool into clothing, and then home, and then my hair was up in a bun, and I didn't frickin' wash it, and I slept overnight, and I woke up the next day, and I was like, this is not gonna end well, you guys. Like, my hair. No good comes of this, like, seriously. So, I am so, apple cider vinegar makes a huge difference. And the pod with the glass of Prosecco. Yes! That is how we should do it. You know what? If it wasn't 11:48 a.m., I would go crack the bottle in the fridge and join you. Oh, man. I love it. But I can't believe we're actually here. This is the last Tail Talk Tuesday. This is the last 12 minutes of Tail Talk Tuesday, you guys. I'm so kind of sad. Just, it's gone by so fast. This year went by really, really quick, you guys. And I'm also still wearing my mermaid socks because those were the best thing that I bought. I love them so much. My little mermaid fishy sockies. I did them in that gift video, and I tell you, I wear them like every single day. I wash them, don't worry, but I wear them so much, and they're so comfortable. And a double cheeseburger with a side of fries. Oh man, guys, I was rewatching. Have any of you guys seen the Five Guys burgers and fries review? How? Oh, like my knee is still messed up from that swim. I don't know what I did, but it really hurts. A lot more than usual. But yeah, Five Guys burgers and fries. Gotta get yourself that double cheeseburger. I love that. That is like one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time. So freaking funny. Bottle of cola. I'm all about the water. Drink lots of water. Gotta drink lots of water, guys. My hair feels light and feels great. I don't smell chlorine. Yeah, you'll smell like apple cider vinegar for a little while, but it's still really good. And my mermaid blanket. Yes. I'm such a carnivore. My first printed tail on IG is July 18th, 2017. Really? Thank you for checking into that. Your what is who now? What do you do? My Patreon pod is talking about something. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but something's happening. Now, the first printed tail I did was that purple one, so I'm looking for the green one that I did. Oh gosh. Because then I made right away, I made myself, and then I made, so that's old, that one's here. Wow. God, the quality of my pictures used to be really, really bad, guys. No good comes of this. Okay, so, is that, okay, so that blue tail was probably made, yeah, so, oh, no, here, is this the, oh yeah, this is the one where I was making such a weird, like, I had, like, my fluke, and I was like, ah! I was so excited about that. That was August 18th, 2017. I think I filmed that right after I finished sewing that one. And for the while before that, I was wearing leggings. So the leggings that I sell in my shop, I actually, the idea for wanting to do that was to actually have a sturdy pair of swimmable, you know, ethically made mermaid leggings that, you know what, some days you're just like, you don't want to go full mermaid, but you still want to have that mermaid aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? And leggings, like in that video that went up yesterday, Nerdmaid Faith is actually rocking the beta mermaid leggings, the blue ones, which are, I think, probably a crowd favorite. I think the blue ones and so the beta blue. I would also like to see if anybody gets the joke there. Blue. Beta. The only hint, I can't actually, the only hint I could possibly give, and Eric, you know, so don't say anything, would totally give it away. So, what could I can't really give a hint more than that. But there's actually a reason that I called those leggings what I did. Then there's the dragon ones, the green ones that are, I think, another crowd favorite. Cheeseburger pizza? What is this? What is this magic? This is a thing? This is crazy. The year really did swim by. It totally did. Apple or Samsung? I'm an Apple girl. I'm an Apple girl who's not yet waterproof, so that's kind of some whoa. Oh no! Tori can't make it to the meetup. Poop. Poop! I gotta swim with her one of these days soon, would be good. And Lunafin's August 9th. Thank you. Yes! Kaz! You were paying attention. I can appreciate that. You win the prize. Yes. Good job. Good job. Yes, beta, blue. Like the Velociraptor blue, who's the beta. So, yes. It was unintentionally intentional, I think is how I like to put it. But I am a huge dinosaur, fan nerd. And I'm not just talking like Jurassic Park, I mean like real dinosaurs, like not, you know, genetically engineered theme park monsters. Oh god, I feel like somebody, I hope somebody appreciates that. Anyways, but yeah, I'm a huge dinosaur enthusiast. I love dinosaurs. I grew up playing every dinosaur game that there was, any PC game. My mom was like, yes, here you go, kid, enjoy. I wanted to be a paleontologist. Obviously that didn't happen. I'm a mermaid who's an aspiring paleontologist, only not. There you go. But, yeah, bit of a huge fan. Bit of a huge fan. But, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But yeah, so we got about 6 minutes left here, guys. I want to take a sec just to say how much I've appreciated your company at these Tail Talk Tuesdays throughout 2018. You know, I know they were a bit sporadic there for a while, where it was one a month. You know, I was trying to do them every Tuesday, and then it was no, we're just going to do the first Tuesday of every month and all that stuff. But I oh no. I hope I don't have to answer this. I'm live streaming! I think it might be my bird's vet, though. But it's not a number that I recognize. It's a number I kind of recognize. Leave me a message, please. Thank you. Anyways, I did just want to say, pardon the interruption there, right? I did just want to say a huge thank you for how supportive you guys have been, and for coming out and hanging with me and making this beautiful ritual a really for real, ritual, you know? This is part of my week that I look forward to, spending time with you guys, catching up, hearing your stories, what you're up to. That it makes me feel so full and so happy. So I really appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2019 has in store for all of us mermaids. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be a big year. I'm pretty excited. There's lots going on. I'll be going to the California. Wow, why am I, my tongue is just stuck to the roof of my mouth today, I swear. California, the mermaid meetup. That's planned. I'm going to find a way to go. It's going to happen. So if you're in California, I hope to see you there. It's going to be good. And otherwise, you know, there's so many new things, so many new tales that I'm working on that are going to come out in 2019. New leggings that are going to be coming out in 2019. New crop tops. New goodies in my store. Oh, it's going to be big. And I have so many little updates and little things. I don't know if I don't think I mentioned it yet, but how does 1080p sound moving forward for my videos? Does that sound like a good thing? Because I kind of feel like that's going to be the goal. The goal is going to be the realest of real, truest of true HD videos. No more of this. I just want to be speedy and put more content on my channel. I'm going to take the time. We're going to be doing 1080. So the next swimming video that you'll see the first swimming video of 2019 will be full HD, so super excited for that. What else do we... You're a huge fan to love the dinos? Yes! Hear about the dinosaur mummy they found in Canada. I mean, this news from a while back, but apparently it's... What? I did not hear about that. A dinosaur mummy. I'm the dinosaur mummy! I'm the mother of dinosaur. Inception sounds? Yes! Fully fossilized and intact dinosaur, guts, bones, and all. What? How did I not hear about that, you guys? Okay, first, more importantly, Mermaid Kim, what did you... This is a Courtney level crisis emergency. You have to send me this information. Oh my goodness. Made it for the last few. Nerdmaid Faith is in the house. She did a live stream on her YouTube. Was it yesterday? And she was showing off her new siren allure, right? Your new top? So after this, you guys should swim on over to her channel and go check it out, because it's really pretty. I kind of makes me want a silicone top now. Yes, I'm not a big silicone tail person, but silicone tops, they're quite pretty, you know? You'll email me I just found out too. Oh, sweet. What kind of dinosaur? T-Rex? Raptor? Is it tall? Sweet. I'll be attending the convention. Yes! Sweet. Alright, guys. I don't have too much more time, but I'm going to be getting down to some work now. I might hang out on Instagram for a little bit. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I do lurk quite a bit on the Instagram and the Twitters. The information, how to find me and everything's in the description box down below. I'm Courtney Mermaid on Twitter, and I'm Vancouver Mermaid on Instagram. And, yeah, it would be a slice to hang out with you guys. Watching these Tail Talks live when I can catch them. Yes! Right now, Thea is going to make silicone tops soon. What? That's gonna be really cool. I'm very excited to see what she's up to. I'm secretly, I kind of want to get bracers from her. I'm like, I think I might want to save up and like get matching bracers to go with my tail. Would be kind of cool. But then that means I have to like walk around with lube all the time to like get them on, you know? So I don't know about that. But anyways, who's... Oh, sweet. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, thank you. Love the do top. Yes. Sweet. Alright, and on that note, if you don't want to say goodbye to me just yet, I will be lurking over on patreonpod.com in our private Discord chat later today. If you want to check it out, patreonpod.com is basically our extended pod community where you guys help me live my mermaid dreams, and it's quite amazing. And there are like rewards, there's behind the scenes content, there's all kinds of good stuff. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. We hang out in the voice chat sometimes, and it gets very real. It's pretty funny. So if you want to check that out, again, that was patreonpod.com, or you can check us out. There's going to be a link in the description box as well down below. On that note, Merry Fishmas, my little fishes. I am going to miss you guys. I will keep an eye on the comment section. If enough of you voice that you want to see a tail talk on New Year's, then I will do one on New Year's. If there's not enough interest, then I will probably postpone to, I think it's the 8th, like the following week. But we're going to play it by ear, so keep an eye on my Twitter, keep an eye on the feed, and all that good stuff. Otherwise, I love you guys so much. Thank you for an amazing 2018. You guys mean so much to me, and I am so happy that I get to share these Tuesdays with you guys. So, on that note, are we good? Okay. On that note, happy swimming, my little fishes, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Okay, bye! If she can figure out how to turn off the stream.